Do you suck at building? Does the sight of your own home bring tears to your eyes? Cry no longer.
Hey guys, today I'll be showing you how to turn that sad dirt hut into a lovely home you can be proud of. Now, it's my belief that anyone can be a great builder. All it takes is a few fundamentals and getting a little practice. And yes, that even means you. Now, to be a great builder, you don't need block by block tutorials. Just follow some of these concepts and you'll be able to make any house exactly how you like. At the heart of every great Minecraft build, you'll find the same few basic shapes. Most often, these are cubes, rectangles, and cylinders. Now, that's not to say you can't try other shapes too, but for the sake of this guide, we'll stick to some simple shapes that'll guarantee a great final product. Before you break ground, let's figure out how your build will be seen. Will it be a mysterious building sitting atop a mountain? Or a cozy fishing hut next to a river? This will set you off on the right foot and make sure that every step is just that much easier. I like to start every project with a quick outline. I do this for every house I build, big or small. Making an outline gives you an idea of the scale you'll be building at, as well as giving you an idea of how much room you'll have to play around with inside. The last thing you'll want to do is build a beautiful house, only to realize you forgot to leave space inside for all your stuff. When making my outlines, I like to leave just a little bit more space than I think I'll need, because I might want to add some interior walls, some chests, crafting tables, or other decorations inside. Try and experiment with some different shapes, and don't be afraid to remove your outline and start from scratch either. This is the time to make any big changes before it's too late. Next, you'll want to start building the walls. When I build my walls, I try to think of where the windows will eventually be. It's a good idea to leave some space for decorations like shutters and windowsills. Mixing up the height of your walls gives a sense of structure to your building and creates that layer of depth you're looking for. Again, don't be afraid to experiment with different shapes, and don't worry about it not being just the way you like it. A little bit of character goes a long way. Great, now that you got a basic shape, you can start to punch out holes for things like windows and doors. When I make my windows, I personally try to avoid having two windows directly across from each other. I find that this can make your house seem a little bit smaller than it really is, because you can look directly through the building. Now, this isn't always the case. Some examples of this are things like sunrooms and kitchens, which are places that usually have a lot of natural light, so feel free to add some more windows on these parts of your house. Now from here, you can work on adding roofs. There are many roof styles you can go with, but here's a few examples to get you started. First off, we got the classic style. This is a great all-rounder for almost any type of build. This is the most diverse roof option and can fit in almost anywhere. Next up is the A-frame. The A-frame roof is a little bit taller than the last roof. This one is fantastic for some medieval and Nordic builds. And the last roof I'll be showing off today is going to be the shallow roof. Like the classic roof, it's really versatile and is an interesting way to mix up your roof designs. Now, like I said, there's a lot more different kinds of roofs, so be sure to stay tuned for my next video, which will be on more roofs and ways to decorate them. Now this is my favorite part of the building process, choosing the blocks. In my experience, this is one of the longest portions of the building process. However, once you have your blocks selected, you're off to the races. When I'm choosing my color palette, I try to keep into consideration the amount of time it'll take to gather the resources, as well as how they'll fit in with the overall aesthetic of my world. Sometimes picking a palette can be difficult, especially for newer builders that might not be used to working with certain colors. So if you're not too sure that a certain set of blocks will complement each other, there's lots of great websites out there to help you out. Some great ones that I've found are blockpalettes.com and blockcolors.app. Texturing can be a bit daunting to newer builders, but try not to overthink it. Here, I'm using some darker colors near the bottom of the walls and lighter ones towards the top. This gradient guides your eyes upwards and gives the illusion that the building is a bit taller than it really is. Another texturing method is to add shadows and streaks. Take inspiration from real life. Notice how areas under gutters are often darker and a little bit dingier. Try adding this to your builds by using some darker blocks in areas which would be in a shadow, and add vertical streaks of blocks to emulate stains and streaks on your walls. Are you looking for a quick way to add some wear to a wooden wall? Mix in some stripped logs, and that'll give your wall the look of having replaced boards. Try to stick to a few key blocks, because you don't want to introduce any unnecessary clutter, also known as block vomit, to the outside of your house. By keeping your palette simple and clean, you add a lot of clarity and a distinct style to your houses. Now that your house is beautifully textured to fit that feeling you're going for, now comes the most fun part of the process. Try adding small details around your house. Things like shutters, light sources, and planters are an easy way to make your abode feel just that much more alive. Some elements like pergolas, awnings, and walking paths going in and out of your house can really give you that lived-in feel. This step is where you really get to personalize your house, so don't be afraid to make it your own. And just like that, you've got a fantastic house that'll be sure to stand out amongst the crowd. This guide was designed to be a bit more of a high-level overlook on building a house. I'll be posting some more in-depth videos on many of these concepts in the near future, so stay tuned, and until next time, happy building! Don't forget to like the video and subscribe to get notified when I post more videos. See you later!